there were two charts which gave an amazing confluence for this trade, and those charts were Total against USDT USDC and Bitcoin against USDT dominance, because right here you indeed see a distribution. Now I will not go into it that much, but this was the confluence for this short confirmation on XRP, and right now I will explain XRP because this was a clean trade, guys. I will go over it, and because in the morning to a video in the compound, in the private video, I was saying you got a very nice distribution right here, and it already played when I made the video. So we already were like here, and I was saying, yo guys, this is a very nice distribution schematic with your 1, with your 2, and your 3. And let's go back in time what we are doing now, and let's trade it like a real trade, because what do we see here? We see price clearly going lower, making lower highs, lower lows. And right here, you begin to range. You have some sideways price action. So what do you do when you have a range? You draw your range from low to high because you're in a downtrend. And there you see you touch the EQ right there. But the range kept deviating and it was not clear at all. So right now, I'm not watching at that range for now. I'm watching this local uptrend because you have higher highs and higher lows right there. Okay, so you draw your range from high to low, and there you can see there is your horizontal price action, and you have your deviations right there in the upper section of the range. So now you can see we might have a distribution. I'm gonna see what is my top 1. My top 1, my range high is right here, my range low is right here, and I of course want to form a distribution to go to the range low. And you have your first deviation right here. This is your first deviation. This is your tab 2. This is your tab 1. And right there, what is the highest time frame your range is vetted on? That's a very important question to always check. And you see right here, you have your 1 and your 2. And you see here your 3 is going to be combined in one tab, because this on the higher time frame isn't even structured. So that's why this combined is gonna be your tab 3, and you even have can see it like this, that this is your range. And when you see it on the low time frame, you see your tab 1, you see your tab 2, you see your tab 3, and there you see breaking structure going lower. So right now I'm connecting those tabs, and I'm gonna watch where is my structure break gonna be. But I saw it when it already confirmed. So you had your confirmation right here because you want to break structure between tab 2 and tab 3, and that's gonna be structure making higher highs, higher lows, and right there's your structure break. So right now I'm gonna watch for a retest of your market maker supply you created right here. Why is this market maker supply? Because you have your structure going like this from low to from high to low. You are in an uptrend, and right now your last push up before going lower aggressively, leaving a big inefficiency, is gonna be your market maker supply. Why is it market maker supply? Because it's backed by a Wyckoff schematic. So I'm gonna watch for price to go into this supply and go lower, break structure, so I can enter, because the rotation towards the range low, okay, is already confirmed when price broke this structure break. Price broke structure between tab 2 and 3, and price is confirmed to go lower towards the range low. That is the model. So I'm gonna watch for a retest. So this is a retest trade. So this is not a trade trading on a break of structure right there. This is a trade trading the retest of the market maker supply, going lower and going towards the range low, because you're already in a confirmed model 1. So when I play price and I see price going higher, I'm watching for a retest, and there is that retest. So right now the return to zone isn't that amazing. You did come into demand right here, which makes this just liquidity. So this is gonna be just liquidity. You created some demand. When I watch the volume profile, I can see what the volume is saying, and you see the volume is the supply is backed by the volume area high. The POC is right here, And the volume area low is not on the upper section of the supply, but is lower in the supply. So when I see price coming in right there with the volume profile mainly being in the upper section of the range, you see a gap right here in volume, and you see the main volume is in the upper section of the range. So now I'm gonna watch for a break of structure after mitigating this supply, and I have some more refined supply right here. I preferably come into this supply. Why? Because it's closer to my tab 1. Okay, it's closer to the range high, and the higher, the more extreme demand you get, the better it is. Like, that's why it's called extreme demand. Right now there's no break of structure yet, because you want to see structure between tab 3 and 4 right here, but there is literally no structure. Right now there is structure. You see, you have more than 2 candles going up, more than 2 candles going down, and more than 2 candles going up. That means break this is a confirmed rotation towards the range low. So let's see what happens. We don't break it, we SFP it. So right now we have a mitigation of that more refined supply POI, and we now want to break structure. That's literally the only thing to do. So you see it is SFP'd right here, so you don't have a break yet. And when you're watching price, you can see, hey, maybe we are even forming a good high formation right here, because when I see price forming a good high, you can see price on the 5 minute going into your supply like this, having a high right there, having another high right there, and going into your supply in your third step. Okay, combining those steps. Study those highs. I say it in almost every video. And right there you have a retest, boom, and you have price aggressively going down, leaving an unfinished candle on the downside right there, which means price can go lower. That's a magnet. And right there you can have a retest to aggressively go lower. So let's see what happens right here. Boom, you had a retest and went aggressively lower, and on a higher time frame this will still be a clean high, because those highs on the bars pattern, a very nice high in the 15 minute. You have your 1, you have your 2, you have your 3. So now I'm only gonna watch a break of structure when I see this happen. And you see price was breaking structure eventually right there, so my entry was right here, below the break of structure. Candle body close, stop goes above the high, and I target the range low. And do I care that demand is below that? No. Why not? And I explained this a couple times already. Because you have an amazing high. Okay, because you have an amazing high, that's the reason why. Also, the break was in the volume profile. Volume was only in the lower section of the range. Also, as you can see, where did price come from? As you saw in the beginning of the video, the volume area low was in the lower section of the demand, which is exactly where it bounced from. Not in the upper section, but in the lower section, in the middle section of the demand. So that's where it bounced from. You had a retest, and their price eventually went lower, and even had massive follow through. And now I'm gonna watch where is price right now, because we went up a little, we went down a little. We are clearly in a downtrend. My de-risk TP was at the range low, so I de-risked my position right there. I TP'd something right here, I TP'd something right there. So I still have a massive position running. I'm already in profits, really nice. The majority of my position will be exited right here. Will be exited right there. My majority of the position, but I will closely monitor Bitcoin as well, and I will closely monitor these charts as well, because as you can see, we had a perfectly model 1 and a perfect model 1 right there on Bitcoin as well, and on total. So that means Bitcoin had only a 2 tap, guys. Only had a 1, only had a 2, only had a 1. It never had a tap, a good tap 3. Does that matter? No. Why does that not matter? It's because you have those confluences like this. When Bitcoin doesn't give a confluence, you watch for a confluence on these charts, and you can see, hey, this is clearly a model 1, which already was confirmed right here. Right here was already confirmed, guys. And even had a very nice high. Had a 1, had a 2, had a 3, as I just explained 5 minutes ago. So when I go back to XRP, you indeed see some follow through. and this is gonna be my major target right there, and the demand right here is gonna be my final target. So let's see what Bitcoin does, let's see what XRP is doing, and a lot of new things are talked about in this video. Join the compound, guys, the private Discord. We are growing incredibly fast. Everyone is very active in there, only good traders. I really love the setups everyone is sharing. I look at the setups a lot and I see that played out, and I'm so proud. So I really love the community. Link is in the bio. See you on the next one. Ciao, ciao.